So over the weekend, a number of new tariffs have been announced. How's this going to affect your investments? How's this going to affect your portfolio? Hello, my name is Paul Carroll. I'm the CEO and founder of Avion Wealth, an elite wealth management firm based here in Texas. So at first glance, Trump announced a 25% levy on both Mexico and Canadian imports, with an exception for Canadian oil, which will be 10%, and also a 10% levy on Chinese imports. Almost immediately on Monday morning, the S&P dropped 1.4% and NASDAQ dropped 1.8%. Now things have stabilized a little bit as markets are trying to read between the lines. So what is the expected economic impact of these tariffs? First and foremost, it's just about guaranteed that you're going to get higher consumer prices. In fact, the auto industry expects that the average auto will go up in price by $3,000 for a U.S. manufactured car, because so many of the parts come from Mexico and or Canada. The average household in America will probably see prices increase across the board at between $3,000 and $4,000. So it's a bit of an immediate haircut, with the biggest impact being on groceries, tech items, and of course automobiles. As a result of this inflationary impact, the Fed very likely will be forced to raise short-term interest rates to quell inflation. The challenge with rising interest rates when you quell inflation is rising interest rates strengthen the dollar. A strong dollar is great for imports, it's bad for exports. It's going to hurt our export industries. And last but not least, construction costs will go up, in some cases significantly. Timber for construction overwhelmingly comes from Canada. As a result of rising construction costs, trying to battle the affordable housing challenges the country's facing will become that much more difficult. Now, Mexico already has announced that there's a 30-day pause for the implementation. Some of the behind-the-scenes reasoning was to put the brakes on fentanyl imports, to work on immigration. You have to wonder what on earth that's got to do with Canada. But be that as it may, it should be interesting to see how much of the gamesmanship will be and how many of these tariffs will in fact stick. But we do know the administration is very fond of tariffs. How do you protect yourself from this interesting and challenging new economic environment? First and foremost, limiting exposure to industries that are affected. Industries can be the auto industry, food, tech, all of those industries. Of course, tech, the Magnificent Seven, is overwhelmingly tech. So it's going to be interesting to see if that's the beginning of the end for that rally. Fixed income, especially in the short end, is going to be more attractive. If inflation proves to be sticky, fixed income doesn't work so well over the long term. But certainly, diversification is absolutely essential in an environment like this until such time as the dust settles. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to call me. We wish you the best of investment success. Thank you.